Buenos días, bandidos. How's everyone doing? Saludos de España. I'm here in my studio office in Javier. And as you know, I've opened my new YouTube channel and I try and share a daily message with you, which is based on my own reflections. As you know, maybe from my previous episodes, I have a certain morning routine, which includes going for a walk or doing some form of aerobic exercise because it helps me think and reflect. And yeah, when my brain is oxygenated, all kinds of ideas and reflections come up. So I afterwards take note of them in my journal and also tie them together with previous experiences. So today was a bit of a weird one. I actually woke up at some ridiculous time, like 5 a.m. I think because I had told myself the night before that I wanted to get up early to bake some bread. So a friend of mine, she showed me how to make sourdough bread, and I really set myself to get up early enough to make it. Not that early though. I mean, the alarm was at 6. Woke up at 5, but I was already awake, so I thought, sod it, I'm just gonna do it now. But I also felt this like undercurrent of sometimes in your body where I just felt like I really had to do exercise or some kind of resistance training. So yeah, I guess I woke up with itchy feet already. So I baked the loaf of bread, which came out really good. I can only recommend it, sourdough bread. And then I was still tired, but at the same time felt this current in my body, And so I woke up a bit like after making the bread, I went quickly back to bed because I thought maybe I should just rest a little bit more before running. But then after half an hour, I got up and then I had an encounter with my mom. And because of this kind of nervous, I don't know what to call it, maybe annoyed energy in my body, I knew that I would get easily triggered by her. Yes, my mom is. I live with my mom, and although we love each other to bits, we do know how to push each other's buttons. So I woke up and went to the kitchen and already had this undercurrent of semi aggression lingering. I know though by now how to handle it, and once I really became aware that if I would not do anything about it, it would escalate. I told her, look, I'm going to go for a run. And she's accepted that part of me that I'm a little bit impulsive sometimes when I need to do something, that I just do it, especially if it comes to my well-being. So I went out, I put on my brand new shoes, and I went out, and I really wanted to just release this energy which I felt needed to be released. And actually I thought I would have loved to go on to go on swimming, because as you know, I tried my wetsuit on yesterday and I tested the ocean. But um, I must admit, the wetsuit, I'm not convinced by it. I need a thicker one because it's not worth me getting hypothermia. So I was running. I thought, well, I'd rather swim, but damn it, the wetsuit is not appropriate. So I'll just continue running. But it made me think about a few things. One of them is resistance. I felt that since I had started swimming again and surfing from Lanzarote, my body was used to the resistance of the water. So that's why running didn't feel satisfying, because swimming is, you have the entire resistance of the element water. And I was craving that. And I realized how fast my body got used to it. It made me realize also how, I mean, it goes for running and all kinds of sport, no, but how we actually need some form of resistance to challenge us and to, in this case, grow muscle, no? But I was also thinking how this could apply to life situations, no? Without without zero resistance, how do we test our own strength, our own, mental or our courage in that sense, no? So just like in order to build muscles or resistance, physical resistance, we need some kind of challenge, be it weights or the element of water or pushing yourself, running. It's a form of resistance, no? So the same applies to situations. We need challenges to grow. So that was my first reflection. Resistance is good in that sense. Um, I'm not talking about resistance in terms of going against life, going against the flow of life. That's a different type of resistance. I'm talking really about, yeah, we need challenges and we need to often maybe push us outside of our comfort zone in order to grow, because it's just outside this comfort zone where the challenge begins and where we test the waters, where we test our capacity and our potential and develop our potential. So this theme of resistance was one aspect that came up. Another one during the run was, I was thinking about this need to release energy, and I realized, as part of my self-care method, I need to exercise every day. It's just, if I don't do it, I know I will not be as efficient. I will not be able to just, when you're not okay in your body, your mind, because everything is one, no? The mind body connection, my thoughts will go wary. And basically what I'm saying is I have to do it. It's part of my daily maintenance. And if I don't release the energy, it's not like the energy will disappear. It's going to transform into something unwanted, which in my case could be either anxiety or aggression, this kind of, when you get easily triggered by someone because you haven't got this released energy, you've got pent up energy. So I know for my sake and for those around me, I have to do this. I have to release or channel the energy, because it won't disappear. It will seep out and come out in unwanted forms. So I'm trying to contain that by channeling and releasing my energy in a productive, non-harmful way. And one of them is exercise. One big one is exercise. And then as I was stretching, thinking about these two themes of resistance and the way we are in charge of releasing or channeling our energy, I stopped at this rose bush, and I was, doing my stretching. And I was looking at the rose bush, and it was interesting because the rose bush had two colored roses. So one was white, beige, and the other rose was red. And I was, tying my shoelaces and stretching, looking at the rose bush. I was like, this is interesting. And it reminded me of my relationship with my mom. It's like we're two buds from the same bush, but we're completely different. I think in terms of character, we're pretty much polar opposites, my mom and me. So when I was looking at the roses, and they kind of flowered in little groups. I don't know what you call them, I'm not a plant specialist, but little bundles of roses. And I could see at, the lower bundles, sometimes the white rose was more withered and the red rose was the dominant one. And in other bundles, it was vice versa. The red rose was more withered, and the white one was more prominent. And it reminded me of this kind of power struggle, I guess, that's normal within these relationships. But with each group, it just gave me hope, because it just seemed like the rose bush never gave up creating these roses, and which to me looked like new opportunities for the situation to flourish, and for a new opportunity for the two roses to harmonize, so that not one has to wither or one has to be more dominant than the other. They can both coexist in the same space. And when I looked further up, I really saw that there was a similar amount of white roses and a similar amount of red roses, and none of them was withered. So in the end, it seemed like the rose bush itself had found a way to harmonize its two offsprings in that sense. And I just applied that to the situation with my mom, and it was just a beautiful metaphor and gave me hope. So that was the the second, I guess, metaphorical situation I found on my walk today. I'd like to, but maybe I'll do that I'll do it in the next talk. Otherwise it will be too long. I try to keep them below 15 minutes, these talks. So again, it's amazing how a walk can provide you with a lot of lessons, and I hope that you also find a way to listen to your needs and find a way to channel and release pent up energy in a productive way. And I hope that you also find a way to not give up on your relationships, whatever, whether they're with your spouse or your family or your friends. There's always another opportunity for growth and for coexistence if the two parties or more parties find a way to coexist and harmonize the energies. And with this, I wish you a wonderful Monday, and I look forward to sharing more. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe. It will help my channel grow. And please share with your friends if you're so inclined. I'd be super happy. And I'll be happy to share more with you in my next episode. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye from Javier, and bye from Mel's Magic.